everybody, we're here again. Jeff Hopper with Jeff Cranford. We are moving through the OR series, and today I'm going to ask you something that's kind of personal to me, because I play courses, I prefer courses where you have some options around the green. Do I putt it up? Do I take my hybrid out and kind of scooch it up there? Do I pitch it? How do I know when to do what?
Well, those are hard questions, and like you said, there is no really one right answer. I mean, Raymond Floyd was always known for chipping, even if he was just right on the collar. I mean, where other guys would always putt, but he was so fantastic. His skills were so good on his little, low running shots. Nicholas, on the other hand, not a great pitcher and chipper of the ball, relatively speaking. And he would very often putt it from off the green. He says, look, my miss hit on a putt's going to be much better than my miss hit on a chip.
That's my thinking.
Yeah, exactly. And I tend to do that myself. If I can putt it, I'll putt it even. But a lot of that is turf conditions. I mean, when it gets really tight, if you've ever played on bent grass fairways, for instance, I mean, you hit that far and they're just a little moist. You hit that far behind it and, it's right there. You're never going to do that with a putt.
Right.
So, but if you're a great chipper and you can always get the bottom of the arc and always find consistently the bottom of the arc. Look, great short games always are able to find the bottom of the arc in the same place. And a lot of that's geometry. So if you're trying to get it up in the air and you kind of tilt back a little bit, you're not going to be good around the greens. I would suggest you putt it.
Putt it, okay. Now let me ask you a little bit about, as we're working out our faith.
Yes.
Because you can go to the bookstore, say the Christian bookstore or online or whatever, and there's a lot of methodology out there. If you have your quiet time at this time, if you pray ACTS, if there's all these methods to get these spiritual disciplines just right. Do you go for that, or are you more, there are a lot of ways that it could work?
Well, I definitely think, Jeff, there are a lot of ways, but I'm not against a plan. I mean, if you don't have any plan, you don't have any strategy, chances are you won't do anything. So I'm all for finding a plan, but I don't necessarily believe that one plan is much better than another. I'll give you an example, too. So you take, there are those out there that are Sabbatarians and say, look, it's the 10 Commandments and, you got to go to church on Sunday and take the day off, and goes back to our blue light laws and all those kinds of things back in the day.
Which, by the way, I have friends in the faith who say it's not Sunday,
well,
it's
that's
Saturday.
Right.
So
that's right.
Then, right.
And we have many of our Jewish friends who now love Jesus, and they would say, well, it's true Sabbath is from Friday sundown till Saturday sundown.
Right.
So you get a little question there. In Colossians 2, Paul talks a little bit about that. I'm concerned about you guys still worried about new moons and festivals and Sabbaths and all this concerned about the kind of legalism. So you don't want to delve into legalism, say it has to be done this way. I'll give you an example too. Even take the PGA Tour. I mean, those guys, their church for them, very often is Tuesday night.
Oh,
so
yes.
the PGA Tour Bible study. But what about Sunday? Well, if you go to church every Sunday, you're not going to make a very good living on the tour. You better hope you miss every cut, or you're going to miss your tee time. Unless you have a very late time on Sunday, and I guess there's a few guys on the tour that almost always have a late time on Sunday. So that's a pretty hard routine to stick to. And if they came into a group that says, no, man, you have to be at church every Sunday morning. So that's just pure legalism. I mean, being led by the Spirit. So again, we find ourselves in this both end. Strategy, absolutely. Be consistent. Build some disciplines into your life. Say, I'm gonna get up, have my cup of coffee. I'm gonna spend 15 minutes with the Lord. I'm gonna spend another 10, 15 minutes in the Scripture before I go to work. Get that as there's a routine in your life. Beautiful. Have the strategy. But Jesus doesn't love you more or less just because you missed that one morning, for sure.
I'm thinking about our opening conversation here. If I say, I'm more comfortable running the ball up, that doesn't mean I don't practice it. I practice it more because now it's the shot I'm comfortable with.
Exactly.
And I think we're talking the same thing here. Find what works for you and dive all the way in.
Absolutely. The disciplines will remain the same. Spend time in the Word, spend time in prayer, spend time in community, fellowship, all those kind of things. They're the same. Moments of silence, get away, be with the Lord. But how they're practiced can be radically different.
Okay. Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you, buddy.
We'll see you all next time.